Alright, exercise number 1. Let's see, is there anything unique about this to talk about? I don't think so. Well, here's something. Let's say you're getting faster on this, or when you get faster, or you're getting to higher speeds, right? And maybe you start to lose where you're at in the rhythm. Do take last week's exercise with this stuff, and we'll take the idea of last week's exercise and maybe just do these first 5 notes a few times to get yourself back in the rhythm of whatever speed you're kind of getting stuck at, if you feel you are losing the rhythm there. And so let's say you're at, I don't know, 150. For some reason, right here, you're just having a hard time following where the rhythm is again. So instead of trying to continue to doing that, just play the highlighter portion. Treat it like last week's exercise for this. And just do. And kind of do it like that, like a 1, 2, 3. Boy, am I playing the wrong thing. And you can even like do like something like this, like a 3 times here. 1, 2, 3. What am I doing? I haven't had anything to drink. I'm just having a funky start. So play the highlighted portion type thing 3 times. 1, 2, 3, and then the whole thing. So I'm going to stop talking so I can actually think about what the hell I'm doing here. But basically what I'm going to do is do that, then play the whole bar, and then do this 3 times, play the whole bar, this 3 times, play the whole bar, and so on. So that could be like a supplemental exercise you do with this if you need to get back on focus with the rhythm, if that feels like it's off to you again. So something like this. Actually doing that, I could see like that might be helpful, like this bar 2. So you'll need to keep shifting your hand back and forth when you do that. You'll also be doing a bit of hand shifting here if you do the whole supplement thing. And if need be, you can even just single out a bar. Like, let's say this one is giving you a lot of trouble. Just make that its own exercise. And just do metronome work with just that one bar before you end up putting the whole thing together again. Okay. You think one of these days I'd learn to stop talking as I'm playing. That tends to lead to a lot of mistakes if I'm trying to say words and play at the same time. Anyway, here we go. Here's the whole thing at 60 beats a minute. A 120. $160. $200. So here it's definitely getting tougher to like really lock onto the rhythm there. So one thing I'm using to gauge it is like the start note and the end note. So I think there's a really good chance that if I'm hitting that last note on the beat as it's supposed to be, I'll probably space everything else out okay. But jumping from speed to speed like this definitely makes it much more challenging to know how well locked on you are. One reason why you do the 5 beat per minute increase. Let's end this at 220. Okay. there's definitely a feel portion. How the hell do I want to say it? Component. That's the word. A feel component when playing that fast. It definitely gets challenging to hear where the beat is at speeds like that. So there's some feel involved. Being able to feel where the beat is and all that. Alright, 60 beats a minute with this guy. Okay. $120. A little bit of a pinch there. $160. That was a terrible pinch. $200. And goal speed 240. And this is very difficult for most people to get. It's possible though. A lot of people have a goal of just hitting 300 with triplets. That's still pretty, obviously more tough than 240. What the hell? I don't know why I felt like doing that. Oh well. This guy. Palm mute speed picking. So you've been doing a lot of the upward slant stuff with the palm, or that part of your hand on the body of the guitar, with your hand kind of angled this way. So now you got to do it this way. So you'll notice that your hand, like for me, my arm's kind of rotating like this when I'm playing in the downward slant with the palm mute. So there's definitely there's wrist happening, but the forearm's also moving back and forth. The forearm is not rotating, so it's quite a bit different. Let me turn this way so you can see how I'm picking. Be more like this. Okay. So you will not get as fast with this picking, with the palm mute picking and the downward slant. Remember, this is your upward slant, this is the downward slant. Remember, this part of your hand needs to be made in contact with the string, not anywhere in here. This, nope, that should not be touching when you're doing the palm mute. This should be. Yes, you can palm mute that way, but it doesn't sound. It's not as good. It doesn't sound as good. So, this side, just think your rich hand, yeah? You're gonna chop someone in the neck. Use that part. Use the neck chop part. Anyway, let's get to 60 beats a minute here. Oh, I'm on a roll today. Let's try that again. Definitely make sure your fret hand is laying across the other strings as well, because even though you're muting with your left hand, you sometimes you can get like some excess noise to happen when you're just kind of moving your hand in the different position to go to another string. So you want to be, even though you're muting with your picking hand, you want to mute with your fret hand as well the whole time. I hope that made sense. 120. Ugh. There we go. 60. Take two. Alright, 200. This will be difficult. That's definitely a challenge for me. To play this with palmies, 200, that's tough. This is way easier. But again, different type of hand position for that sort of thing. Let's see. So G Mixolydian is the last deal here. Seeing if there's any weird spots. Okay, so when you're going from the B string to the G string, on fret 5, you will be doing a finger roll with your ring finger. So flat on the B string, tip on the G string. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. And you'll be doing it again. So tip on the G string, and then flat on the B string. This is fret 5. And yeah, that's the only spot where you have a finger roll happening. Alright. If you got questions, you know what to do. And I'll see you and your dog, not Saturday, Friday.